I got faith in you, but you won't take offense if I move my truck, right? Huh? I said, I got faith in you, but you won't take offense if I move my truck, right?
That's fine.
I don't know how you do it, man. There's no way I can get myself that far off the ground.
Yeah. It's definitely not for everybody.
Yeah.
But if you like it, it's good.
Yeah. Got one down, two down. I'm fixing to cut this one, and that one down today. And then during the week, I'm gonna be cleaning them up, and then next weekend he'll come out and we'll cut. We got 16 altogether coming down. This one, he's actually gonna hire himself some help, and it's gonna have to come down in pieces because it's all hanging over the garage. And that's gonna be the big one there. They're all, as we go that way, they get a little bigger. But that's 5 for today, and it'll take me a week to clean them up. And action!
All right, what we have here is we have a tree over here by the driveway that has all the weight on the back side. Now, it's not such a big tree that we probably couldn't pull it by hand, but because there is a fence and a flower bed and a house and a truck on the other side, we're gonna set up a come-along system on it so that we can pull it over and make sure it doesn't go the wrong way. Now what we have a tree here that we could anchor it to that would pull the tree across the fire pit. We have another tree on the other side that would pull it across the little oak tree that we're trying to save. So what I've done is I've set up a running line in between the two trees that we can anchor this off to as we pull it. And I've used a pencil hand ascender as an anchor point that will allow this to slide back and forth. But when we get it where we want it, it's going to lock in place as we pull it and make sure it all comes the right direction. Now we have this rope. This is a 3/8, 6,000 pound rope. I have it tied up close to the top of the tree. And as you can see, just me pulling on it with my 200 pounds gives it plenty of pull. But just to make it safer and easier, we're going to run this through a pulley here, anchor it back in here, run back up the rope about a third of the way, run it through this pulley, and this gives us 3 lines that's pulling on the top of that tree, which gives us a 3-to-1 pull ratio. So we got a 6,000 pound rope on the tree, we got a 9,000 rope tied in between the two trees. Now because this tree is a little bit longer than what this rope is set right here, we're going to take and run it back to another pulley right here. So that we can actually pull this whole thing sideways.
And the reason I gotta pull it sideways is because there's a pond right there.
So we can avoid the pond.
And I have fallen into this pond. If anybody watches my videos a lot, they'll remember when I took a dive in here, fell out of the boat.
We can come over here and pull this, and that pulls that tree right where we want it.
All right, I'm ready.
But I think I'm going to put a lock on the rope.
Okay.
So that when you pull it,
So it won't go backwards?
it'll lock in. You don't have to sit there and hold it.
I got you, yeah.
So give me a couple minutes to get that, and we'll show that in just a second.
Okay.
Okay, so that we don't have to worry about holding the rope as we pull this thing over and we don't lose the tension in the rope, I've used a climbing knot called a VT or a Voltatane trace on the tail line of the three-phase pull line. Now, when we pull the tail line, it's going to allow the rope to run through that knot one direction, but when you ease up on it, it's going to hold the other direction. So you can pull it, get tension on it, re-grab the rope without having to worry about tightening it back up, and pull it again. And we get a 3-to-1 pull ratio on the top of the tree. As you can see how much that tree moves with just a little bit of effort on my part over here. You can see how much movement we get in that tree.
Hey, you damn near got pulled back straight.
And this is going to hold tight right here. We can leave this alone while we cut the notch, and it'll be ready to go.
All right, let me get my gloves on. And when you want me to start yanking, or you want me to yank constantly, or?
No, it should have plenty of tension on it.
Okay.
Until I get it all cut.
Okay.
And I'll get it cut. I'll cut the back strap out. I'll move out of the way. And I'll give you a signal, and you can start pulling on it.
Okay, there's a snake on that right there. You see the snake? By the first fork.
Green one?
Right by the first fork going away from the pier.
Oh,
right there.
On top.
Yep.
Yeah, little bitty one.
And she did have, God, a half a dozen big water moccasins, but
I was going to say, that's probably a water moccasin right there.
the chief of police came out here and shot them all for her. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use the most modern cutting technique to throw this tree. I'm going to come in here and make a real steep notch that only goes in a little ways, and make as close to a 90-degree notch as I can. That will allow the tree to fall all the way to the ground before it has to break loose. Then I'm going to come in behind the point of the notch and do a bore cut straight through the middle, and then come forward and set the hinge up so that the tree will have a spot to bend to go down. I'm going to leave the back for the very last. I'm going to set the hinge up. I'm going to come into the back. I'm going to leave a back strap of about 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Then I'm going to let him go over there and get on the rope. And when he gets set up, I'm going to do a snap cut above on the back cut. And then I'm going to move out the way and be out of the way of the tree when he pulls it and it comes on over. Okay, as you can tell, as the tree hit the ground, the hinge that we made stayed intact. The bore cut came through and set up the hinge, and then we came up above it, did our back cut, cut the back strap out, and we were able to pull it, snap the fiber wood in the back, and let the tree fall over, stay connected, stay controlled, all the way until it hit the ground. Thanks for watching.
That's what you call experience.